Shout out to the mighty Who Dat Nation. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Get your prop bets in at FanDuel, man. Appreciate y'all for being in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And by all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Big Q representing the mighty Who Dat Nation, man. We appreciate you guys for being in the stream. Now, listen, man, this matchup right here, week 4 against the Falcons. This is a Monday night game in the early breakdowns of the schedule. What's interesting about this game is the fact that Kellen Moore is 0-2. He's been here just, it's going in his second year, but he's 0-2 against the Atlanta Falcons. We know last year we had, in both those games, Saints had the opportunity to win the game. So we're dealing with injuries and ineffectiveness, but at the bottom line, what the Saints are looking to do is at very least start this season off at week 4 by trouncing the Falcons early. Now, we don't see any other team until later on. Like we have the Panthers, rather, that's later on in the season. And then toward the last 5 games, that's when we'll start seeing most of all of the games. We'll finish up the second matchup with the Falcons. We'll have the matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that 5-game stretch. The final game of the season is against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home in the Dome. We'll have the Carolina game. So we'll have an opportunity to do some positive stuff, but we must dominate. We must dominate the NFC South. And a lot of people believe that it'll be coming down to the Saints and the Panthers. Nonetheless, we got business to take care of. Now, we wasn't tripping too much on the sweeping that happened last year. We know the Saints was trying to figure out their identity. They was trying to find out some things. But in the second year, where they got a lot of their offensive identity together, and then they pulling teams and players that fit what he's trying to do, making the team faster and more free-flowing for the fast and furious Saints to go against the fail kind. So this is going to be an interesting game. So nonetheless, let's kind of get into what changed about the Falcons as we get to the section of the season where pretty much what you see is what you're going to get from these teams. Barring blockbuster trades or anything like that, pretty much what you see is what you're going to get in terms of football here. So when you take a look at what the Saints have, what the Falcons got going, they changed coaches. They have, they reset. They got a new coach in Kevin Stefanski, who comes over from the Browns, and he's pretty much a meticulous coach, and he's brought some. They think that he'll bring a highly disciplined, detailed, oriented culture to Atlanta. Right. I didn't like the hiring. I thought it was not a good fit, but I love the fact that they bring him in there, because that means he'll just gum up the works for him even further. Right. They believe that he's going to eliminate the erratic game scripts that we've seen them do that have plagued the franchise. He, alongside the offensive coordinator, they bring in Tommy Rees, the coaching staff has implemented highly flexible, multi tight end offensive system designed to exploit some defensive matchups. They also have the boring approach when you're using Bijan Robinson. They added another Robinson, a guy coming over from the Washington club, to kind of be the battering ram 2 duo there. You also have Kelvin. You also have other fantastic receivers like Drake London, Zachariah Branch, who's a new draft pick that the Falcons brought in to help along with Kyle Pitts. They have Austin Hooper there. They think that these weapons will be Jahan Dotson is another speed demon. They give Tua Tagovailoa, because we know Michael Penix runs the potential of not being ready for the start of the season. Whether he'll be ready for the week 4 matchup against the Saints is yet to be determined. But what stands effective right now is that we know Tua Tagovailoa, the former Miami Dolphin quarterback, will be ready to go. He's an injured type of quarterback, so they're kind of relying on him to kind of run, which is usually, if ran correctly, a pretty decent offensive unit that the Falcons have. Now, we know their offensive line is a decent unit as well. We know they've been trying to really build up the defensive side of things. And you can see the statistics and everything on screen about what this team can do and what they cannot do. We realize that much, right? And we take a look at it and see the 8-9 finish, third in NFC South. You can see the point output, why they struggled, the offensive production, You talk about all this kind of stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that this team has where they issue with. And like I said, they're having the effect of bringing in this new coach will be interesting. So nonetheless, as we keep this thing going, let's kind of flip the script right here and kind of go on and check out some of the other stuff that we talk about and what will make this matchup complete for the Saints. The Saints need to definitely come away with the win. This is not an if ands or buts type of situation at all for the team. We know realistically speaking, the Saints have to smash down on the Falcons in their home. Now, with Tua coming in, they it's a high stakes maneuver on a 1-year contract. He does have some positive stuff. He's gotten beat up a lot. A lot of people figure that he should have retired because of all that, but they're keeping him. They think that he can kind of process and move the Falcons offense. And of course, you look at Bijan Robinson and the RPO metrics. They believe that they can create some space for Bijan. Stefanski and Reese, you're thinking they've shifted completely away from the standard predictable running sets. They want to integrate a heavy dose of the run pass option RPOs that force and make problems, make some conflicting things happen for linebackers and putting them in some difficult choices against Robinson and giving them an opportunity, what they believe to kind of punish the interior of defense, right? So they had that weapon in, like I said, in wide receiver, Zachariah Branch, and Jahan Dotson is a speed demon that can get upfield. But with Branch is a multi-use type option. So the Falcons believe they can kind of slip him in there to kind of create some openings, opportunities for whether it's Penix or Tua. The Falcons keep defense completely off balance using Tagovailoa's rapid release to neutralize opposing pass rushing package before they can even develop. So Jeff Ulbrich, who returns as a defensive coordinator, is transitioned into an aggressive, veritable front yard or front office powerhouse, meaning his defensive line, right? Putting those guys up on the front and sending them in a multitude of different directions at your offense, right? Shifting toward prioritizing more of a disruptive, chaotic front seven approach over just the passive coverage type structures that they usually have. Now, his vision is released through, some of the signings that they had where they picked up some of these guys to kind of bring in to try to do that. Now, we know Brandon Dorlus and a few of these other guys had some positive things that happened. Jelani Walker had a phenomenal season for them with 5.5 sacks. We've seen what Pierce did. Pierce, we still don't know the exact stuff, and we know that he won't be away from the game very long, that they have him on some type of therapy or something, whatever it is. But nonetheless, they have a few people here or there they're trying to add some help to stop the run from happening to them in the game. So they're very strong on the back end, secondary wise, with AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates, Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman. They drafted Avion Terrell, his brother, and bring him in there. So they're very strong there in the secondary. Even at the linebacker level, they have several really compelling linebacker options. I think they want to get more up the field in terms of pass rushes. So the Falcons feel like with Kevin Stefanski being here, that it gives them an opportunity to kind of work through some of the bull crap that they have from the past. They think that he'll come here, be more meticulous, be more organized, and get the most out of the Falcons pieces. Now, whether he'll do that or not is yet to be determined. But nonetheless, understanding the importance of this matchup, this Week 4 Monday Night Football game the Saints have in the Superdome will be huge, right? We know that the first game of the season at home, the first home game, is the previous game against the Raiders. But this year is against a hated rival, right? We don't see any other teams until later on in the schedule. So we know that the commissioner wanted the Saints to have this matchup right here, right? We know that he wanted this matchup here because he know that it would be must-see TV. Anytime the Saints play, it's must-see TV. So we know that this will be the 20-year. This is, and also the importance. Also, I wanted to make note of is that when the Saints do host the Falcons on Week 4 this year in the season Superdome on Monday night, this will commemorate the 20-year anniversary of the iconic 2006 Dome coming game following Katrina. So that will be a really big energy game. And that's why I said this will because it fell near the Katrina date. So the NFL kind of did this thing here where the Saints, which is positive for us because we can draw from the energy of that game, right? The dome coming game. The Saints fought back. We came back home and everything was, it was, the dome was in disrepair. We had to play in different sites and different places. It was horrible, right? Watching that happen as the Saints, we had to, go all these other places and play. But when we had an opportunity to return to the dome, it was awesome, man, seeing us come back there and play. And that's why I said, this is going to be interesting. We going to beat the and like I said, I ain't going to make my predictions, but it's hard not to make a prediction for this particular game because what's at stake. Like I said, Kellen Moore, it's a lot of stuff. It's going to be this energy. The energy of this game is going to be off the roof, off the chain. Kellen Moore has not beat the Falcons yet. Now he's coming into his second year. This is when he'll get his win against the Saints because let me tell you something. This game will be a big game for us. Nonetheless, let me share this with you. This is a bit of the dome coming that happened then, just to share with you guys.
On the football right away, the Falcons' first drive stalls. Mike Cannon's punt blocked by Steve Gleason. Curtis DeLoach falls on it in the end zone and a $1.30 in, and it's 7-0 Saints.
And how about the finish by DeLoach? You see the coach right there, very excited about it. That's how you get it cranked up. That's where the game was won, if you ask me.
Late in the fourth quarter, Falcons trying to get just anything going. And Vic dropped by Will Smith.
Rest in peace, Will Smith.
In the game. And the New Orleans Saints, they ride the emotional roller coaster. The team pumped up, the fans loving what they're getting. The Saints are 3-0. They win it 23-3.
Big thing you look at, Michael Vick's number 12 for 31, 137.
All right, so as you can see, this is an old game, man, going back to the old graphics back at ESPN, man. Drew Brees was 20 of 28 for 191. Deuce McAllister, 19 carries for 81 yards. And Marcus Colston had 7 catches for 97 yards in a 23-3 smackdown of the Falcons as the Saints improved to 3-0. That's a flashback. Don't that feel good, fam, to see that good stuff? This is what the Saints going to be tapping into.
That's not indicative of what happened out there for Michael Vick himself. Wide receivers, they were not there for Vick. Algie Crumpler, of all people, Mr. Steady Eddie, he dropped 3 balls, including a touchdown that could have helped this Falcons team stay in the game.
Nice job by Breeze as well. He threw for 191 yards and made no mistakes. Afterwards, Sean Payton ecstatic with his team's effort.
Look at young Peyton.
Our guys played hard, gave great effort. I'm proud of the way they played. We had a great week of preparation to carry it over into this game. And when you come to a game like this, with everything that's going on, the ability to focus at the job at hand and stay focused, play each down, each play, each series, each quarter is critical. I thought we did that tonight.
Congratulations to New Orleans and the people.
Jim Moore, Jr.
I have a long history here, as everyone knows, and as hard as it is to lose this game tonight, I'd be lying if I didn't say there was a little piece of me that didn't just really appreciate what this game meant to this city. It meant an awful lot.
What do you think this W means to this city? Speaking from obviously your upbringing,
this W is huge for this town.
Shout out to Marshall Falk.
Everybody got an opportunity.
Head coach of the Southern Jags.
To see not only the Superdome reopen, but the city reopen, and this is an opportunity to get big business back so they can create money. So just remember, this wasn't just a football.
Marshall
game.
looked like he could still play in this one.
It seemed that it didn't matter who was across the side.
Look at Rich Eisen. He still got here.
It was going to be the Washington Generals to the Saints Harlem Globetrotters, and it just happened to be Michael Vick. So congratulations for your city tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. For Marshall Falk, I'm Rich Eisen. Back to you in the studio. It's, I believe, Fat Tuesday now, Frank.
All right, there you go, man. How about that, man? We flash back to that, man, and just witness that, man. That's what the Falcons got to deal with. But the buzzsaw of the Katrina energy, the revitalization of the 20-year dome coming anniversary. But the Saints, man, it was some rough times for us all. But when the Saints went in there and kicked some Falcon tail, man, it really made things a lot easier, didn't it, fam? But anyway, man, this is what we're dealing with. What do you guys think about this? Put it in the comments section below on your assessment on the Saints Falcons in week number 4. So with that being said, man, I'm going to get out on that. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Please go to FanDuel for all your prop bets. Get your money on at FanDuel. Also, big ups to you. Shout out to our Patreon champions, your YouTube membership family, and all of the new subscribers of Tacoma as we approach 15 large. We still need 100 and some change. So please check your subscribe button and light it up. Also hit the notification bell for other content as well. And by all means, hit up the comment section and let me know what y'all think, man. I do my best to respond to my family members in the chat, man. Y'all take the time to comment. I will take the time to comment as well because you give it valuable time, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate y'all. Much love, peace, and who that did.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the whodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.